Now, when I'm going through videos and audio, I'm using a set of high fidelity headphones or earbuds, and my phone uses this Dolby Atmos feature, which works really well. It does highlight the sounds and so forth. It also runs an equalizer, in that it runs in jazz, I believe it is. Exactly right there, where you can adjust, how you're hearing things. And what I didn't realize, until a day or so ago, that this could actually be having an effect on how I'm hearing recordings back. So as you listen to the video, there's something you can't hear or whatnot, just make note of it in the comments, and I will fix that before the next video. And before we get started, I need to address a couple things. The object of this channel is basically my sojourn through finding answers to experiences that I've had in the past. And in doing so, I try to show as many steps in hopes that anybody behind me that's, taking up the voyage will learn from whatever I have presented. Now, in doing this, I found that I have to leave my preconceived notions at the door. If you don't, you become subjective as opposed to objective. And whatever data points you find, no matter how odd, strange, or outside the box they are, those are the data points that you've collected. And hopefully over time you'll collect enough data points to where they'll form a line and then hopefully an arrow. And if that arrow points to any particular box, whether it be Bigfoot, Dogman, Chupacabra, Mothman, Ghost, whatever, then at that time, you can make that conveyance. Now, don't be confused. As I collect things and do recordings or whatever, I'm doing them because, one, practice, 2, learning, 3, because it's something of interest and it might be a data point later on down the road. And that's something I learned when I was mapping my animal behavior patterns and fishing behavior patterns, because sometimes it's the very odd data point that has relevance. And next, I last want to talk about audio. I'm not an audio technician. However, I have learned quickly and the hard way that it's very easy to create audio distortions. It's very easy to have audio distortions on your recorder. There's many reasons why. I know moving towards a microphone, moving away from a microphone, being outside the audio footprint of the microphone, talking, it's just so many things, which leads to EVPs, or electronic voice phenomenon. Now, I feel there are actual real EVPs, but I think there's a rather large group of them that are accidentally created. And they're created because of moving the microphone, creating a distortion. If somebody's talking behind you and you swing the mic, that causes distortions, and those are accidental. Another form of accidental recording is talking underneath your breath, not realizing it, talking out loud, not knowing it. People do that quite a bit too. So, that's the stuff I wanted to say. And with that, let's start part 2. I personally used to think prior to October 22 that most of what people were calling orbs were nothing more than dust, bugs, pollen, anything that causes, a circular formation that can be caught in IR or on camera somehow. However, that changed after October 22. And since then, I have treated orbs with a lot more scrutiny. And I have been, on the lookout for them. I watch for them in the trail cameras now. What I used to think were just bugs and dust and whatnot. Like I said, that's changed. And I don't dismiss them quite like I used to. Okay. You're up. That's why I love these little cameras. They cut the night. You know. And even though the view screen ain't that big, you know, when you put it on your phone or whatnot, it's...
Yeah. You can run that to your TV?
Yeah,
I mean, you know, when you get home and all that?
yeah, I mean, I can... Well, actually what I do is I download it onto the phone, and then I can view whatever's on the phone on the big screen TV.
This floor in here, this was all torn out. He put these on the... He didn't have brought them on the weapon, but he put these on the side-by-side boards. That too, pretty nice. This is it.
Dude just wouldn't leave the living room.
Huh?
But the caretaker never gave a reason as to why he left, huh? After the house, Bud and I pretty much just went and sat by the fire. I took one of the Phasm cams, I set it on Wi-Fi, and we watched, you know, the Spectroid pass by, and the Wi-Fi of the Phasm cam in real time as we watched the fire and listened to the surroundings. Now, sitting there and talking with Bud, it's like being with a long-lost friend. And we found out a couple things, such as we both lived in Kentucky about the same time. And we talked about those days and so forth. Now, as you're watching the video, you're seeing what appears to be orbs popping up. Well, when I went through and I initially looked at the video, ran through it several times and listened to it, I believe what you're seeing there is actually just lens flare off of the drink bottle that I have in my hand. Every time I did something with the drink bottle, that would appear and then it would disappear. So we talked into the wee hours of the morning a lot about, you know, Bigfoot, a lot about personal experiences. We talked about, you know, some of the community, and we were just having a great time. This is Bill and Bud. Looking at the recorder. I mean, see what it sounds like. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What is it?
We had eye shine right there in that hole. And that was quick, whatever it is. It was quick.
Oh, I had them deer going up on that bank, didn't I?
No, this was looking down on us. Stay on that side of the tree, I'll stay on this side. That was quick. That was very quick.
Do what?
That would not have been good. Okay. Very interesting place. Definitely off the beaten path. And it'll be interesting to see how more things look in the daylight. We spent a good time sitting up and talking. Had some interesting sounds. So, see how it goes from there.